If you're watching this video, you probably have an online fitness business that you're trying to grow. And if I had to guess, you probably want more clients. And if I had to take a second guess, you probably thought that posting tons of content, DMing a ton of people, or doing soul-sucking challenges every month was the best way to do it. Yet, you've been doing that, and you're still riding the revenue roller coaster. Well, what if I told you there's a simpler, more efficient way to get more clients so you can scale to 30K plus a month without selling your soul to the social media gods? Well, there is. And if you want me to tell you exactly what it is, then please step into my office.
So why does it look like an 8-year-old boy was playing on my desk? Because for me, it's a reminder. You see, there was a time where I felt like my business was eating my soul. My bank account was empty. My veins were pumped full of caffeine. My wife was beginning to doubt me. And it seemed like the more I tried to push through the endless grind of content posting and DMing, the more my business started to feel like a bad Marvel villain instead of the freedom machine that I intended for it to be. But once I learned what I'm about to share with you in this video, for the first time, I had the feeling of being the hero for myself, for my clients, and for my family. And so these guys back here are a constant reminder that we all deserve the feeling of being the superhero of our own life. And what I'm about to share with you may just give you that feeling too. Just like it did for me, and just like it did for Patty. You see, Patty was right where you are. She runs a weight loss coaching business for women over 50, and she was getting decent engagement on her content, but struggling to book calls and land new clients. She was stressed out of her mind, not being able to predict how much money she was going to make, and she had bills to pay. And she had tried what all the gurus told her to do, running ads, DMing tons of people, hiring VAs, but still she was struggling. And honestly, she was at her wit's end, feeling burned out and just needed some freaking relief from posting and DMing so much. And as soon as she applied what I'm about to share with you, she closed a client worth $1,500. And then she closed another client worth $2,000. And fast forward to 4 months later, she was consistently closing 1 to 3 clients a week at an average value of $2,000 each. And that led her to her biggest month of $21,500 cash collected. And that was all without posting content like crazy and burning herself out in the DMs. Her audience was reaching out to her, and they were doing it consistently every single day. Or Leo. See, Leo runs a health coaching business online, and he was also right where you are. Leo had hit some $8,000 to even, I believe, $12,000 months, but was struggling to scale past that. Not to mention, he was pushing hard just to get to $10,000 a month. And his income was very unstable, which made him feel insanely stressed. He couldn't even be present with his kids and his family because he was so worried about getting money and clients in his business. And he had tried growing a Facebook group, DMing everyone who engaged with his content, running ads, and even hiring so-called experts, yet he was still fighting tooth and nail to keep sales booked on his calendar, or sales calls booked on his calendar. And he applied what I'm about to share with you, and on month 2 of applying this, he had a $16,798 month, but it gets even better than that. In his 3rd month, he made $33,174, and in his 4th month, he made $38,172 cash collected. He didn't even send a single outbound DM or run a single ad. All of this came from inbound traffic from the process that I'm about to share with you in this video. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what they did, including the number one truth about getting a consistent flow of hot leads, booked calls, and a steady stream of clients, and ultimately becoming the in-demand fitness coach in your niche. And this truth is the single biggest difference between coaches who struggle and coaches who make freaking doctor money. And number 2, the real reason why online fitness coaches struggle to get to that 30K per month mark, and why no matter how much content you post, DMing you do, or ads you run, you'll never get there if you don't apply this principle. And number 3, the exact process that me and my clients use to hit $20,000 to $50,000 per month without paid ads, cold outreach, or posting tons of content. Now, real quick before I do, my name is Jason Meland, and in the last 11 years, I've built and sold a gym in South Florida, grew an online fitness business to multiple 6 figures in less than 12 months, enrolled hundreds of online clients at this point. I think we're around 472, and been featured on TV shows like American Ninja Warrior and some other name-droppy ones. And more importantly, in the last couple years, I've helped 174 other coaches build a sustainable 6-figure online fitness business. Now, I went from struggling coach who was ignored by my audience pretty much to a sought after and in-demand coach in my niche. But it wasn't easy. And just a few years back, things looked much different. I was bouncing between $5,000 and $15,000 a month, but it was inconsistent and definitely stressful. And honestly, it was burning me out like really bad. I was posting content and I had grown a bit of a following, 6,000 people, and I was doing pretty well, but I knew I had more in the tank, way more. Something was off. I wasn't sure what it was. I was posting workouts, inspirational quotes, and helpful advice online, but still, even though I was getting hundreds of likes on some of my content, it wasn't bringing me clients consistently enough. And the clock was ticking because this was my only source of income, and it was my only option. And I knew it was possible because I saw other people doing it. I saw other coaches succeeding, but I couldn't figure out how to get, if I couldn't figure out how to get a consistent income, I would have to have gone and got a sales job or go back to working at a gym, and I wouldn't be able to support my family the way that I wanted to. And so the clock was ticking, and I had tried everything, at least I thought. And then one day, I woke up in the morning and I looked at my phone, and there were literally hundreds of notifications. And I was like, is something broken? And so I looked and I had all of these DMs, and I was like, what in the world? And so I looked at the post that people were responding to, and I really didn't think much of it at the time. I didn't really think that when I made the post, it was really that special. But I started to study that post, and I asked myself, what about this post that created these results? And so I realized it was probably a few different things, and so I tried to do something similar again, and I made another post, same thing. And in 30 days, I had closed 11 clients and made $33,383 cash collected that month. Feeling on fire, I decided to double down, all chips on the table. And so I developed this posting framework that nobody else seems to be doing. And I put it into a very specific format, and it kept working. It kept working so well that people started asking me, how are you getting all these clients, Jason? And so I decided to document what I was doing into a system that I now call the conversion content system. And over the last couple years, we've generated over 4,000 leads, thousands of book calls, hundreds of clients. And so by accident, I had figured out not only how to hit 30K per month mark, but I found out how to do it consistently. And it didn't require me to do a whole bunch of paid ads, posting tons of content, or a bunch of other this gimmicky shit. And so 90 days later, I'd realized, oh my God, I was never going to have to struggle to book calls or get new clients ever again. And I realized that essentially I had a license to print money as long as I had a social media account or an email login, which I'll explain more in just a second. Now, most importantly, I now had a way of getting it all to come to me, which framed me as the go-to expert instead of this guy who was chasing everybody all the time. And this meant that I can book calls and enroll clients essentially on demand. And it's what allowed me to step into becoming an in-demand coach inside my niche. The coach that I knew deep down that I was meant to be. And now it's my mission to help other online fitness coaches to become in demand. Because I believe you deserve to have a simpler, more consistent way to get your business to where you're really freaking proud of it. To where you have people coming to you because they see you as the go-to expert. So if you've ever thought, this has to be easier, you're 100% right. And after watching this video, I'm going to share with you the exact system, and you'll know exactly how to get more inbound leads, get them onto calls, and to close them, and ultimately become the sought-after fitness coach in your niche too. No matter how long you've struggled to get clients, or been on the income roller coaster, or felt burned out or stressed out, or how many masterminds, coaching programs, of courses you've tried, the fact that you're watching this tells me something about you. It's important for you to eliminate your struggle with getting new clients right now, today. You believe it's worth investing time in learning how to get clients coming to you. You believe it's worth investing money to get help to hit that consistent income. You know what you've been trying isn't working, and you know there must be a better way. Or you just have absolutely nothing better to do with your time than to be watching this video. And I'm going to do my best to not let you down, because you and I both know that most coaches would rather be spending their time coaching clients and changing lives. But the sad reality is most coaches struggle to keep their calendar full of calls and new clients coming in, at least consistently. And most coaches feel burned out and aren't getting paid what they're worth. Most online fitness coaches never get to the 30K per month mark and beyond. And you and I both know that most online fitness coaches are blending in with the noise. Or worse, their audience tells them how motivating they are, how motivating their content is, but doesn't actually buy their program. It's just so annoying. But you're not like most coaches. You're not a struggling coach because you're here watching this video. So that tells me you're an action taker like me and my other clients. And action takers like us are relentlessly trying to figure out how to keep a predictable flow of new clients without having to send endless DMs or be on a content hamster wheel. We just want a consistent 6-figure income so we can focus on helping people while getting paid handsomely. And we ultimately want to become the coach who's consistently pulling in clients. And you could have chosen to do anything else with your time right now, but you've chosen to be here watching this video and implementing. Smart move. And to thank you for your trust, I don't take that lightly. To reward that trust, I'm going to give you my content conversion swipe file that's responsible for over 7 figures in sales inside the health and fitness space. So that way you can get your audience to DM you even faster. So let's go ahead and dive in. Here is the number one truth about getting more inbound DMs, booked calls, and closing more clients. And this is the biggest difference between coaches struggling to get clients and those coaches that enroll an extra 2 to 4 to 5 clients every single week. You see, most online fitness coaches believe the best way to grow their business is just to do more strategies and tactics. So they post more content, they DM more people, they run more challenges. And you've already proven that doing more volume isn't working. And the reason is simple. When you say the wrong message to the wrong people at the wrong time, you get crickets or you get a bunch of the wrong people engaging. For example, I was coaching an online fitness coach a few weeks ago, and he has over 121,000 followers on his Facebook page, his profile. But he was making less than a McDonald's cook, which is sad because he has the ability to change a lot of lives. He's like really good at what he does. On the outside, it looked like he was crushing it. His posts would get massive engagement, and he had plenty of leads to speak to, so to speak. But the problem was he was barely converting any of these leads into clients. They were all tire kickers, as he called them. And it felt like he was literally pulling teeth to get people on the calls. Now, here's what happens when you say the right message to the right people at the right time. You get the right interest. Just like my client Leo with less than 3,000 friends on Facebook is filling his calendar with calls and hitting $30,000 per month. What's the difference? Why can't one online coach with less than 3,000 friends and followers be producing 5 times the sales as the coach with 121,000 followers? Messaging. The truth is, the only way you're going to get the right people interested in your program is if you say the right words. You could say the wrong thing to the right people 1,000,000 times and they won't buy. Or you could say the wrong thing to the wrong people 1,000,000 times and of course they won't buy. But if you say the right thing in the right order to the right people, sales become almost effortless. Another silly example of this, of how the right messaging works, is when I'm trying to get my 5-year-old to clean his room before watching TV. I don't just say clean your room, because that rarely works. Instead, I say, I bet you can't clean your room faster than Chase from Paw Patrol can. And boom, off to the races. Why? Because I'm matching the right words in the right way to the right audience. And so you get what you want, right? You get them to take the action that you want them to take. The same with business. Now, interest in getting inbound DMs isn't enough to scale, but it is the first step. So in order to even have a shot at hitting record months in your business, you have to get your messaging dialed in so that you can get people saying, hey, that resonates with me. Can I talk to you? And if you truly understand that to pull in new clients consistently, you need to say the right words in the right way, then you can apply the organic growth system that I'm going to share with you here in just a second and finally hit $30,000 per month in your business in the next 4 months or so. And you'll never have to deal with empty calendars, inconsistent revenue, or feeling stressed out about enrolling clients. And definitely no more sending endless DMs, posting tons of content, or any of that jazz ever again. Now imagine waking up to an inbox full of inbound DMs, a calendar full of qualified sales calls, and 2 to 4 perfect fit clients enrolling each week. How would that make you feel? Well, when you understand that dialing in your messaging is the first step, that's what becomes possible. Just like Trianka, who coaches women to lose weight, she was bouncing between the $5,000 and $15,000 per month mark, and she used this organic growth system to hit $30,000 per month in her online business. Or Kurt, who has around 108,000 followers on his IG, his Instagram, but wasn't converting them. And now he's consistently hitting $35,000 per month, and he was able to retire his wife, which I thought was amazing. And let's not forget Alex Solomon, who had around 1,500 friends on his Facebook, and he was terrified to go live and post content and just put himself out there, to now using the system to amass around 1 million followers and building his dream coaching business. But if you don't understand that refining your messaging is the fastest way to get your content to attract more clients, then you could very well remain stuck in the content commodity trap that so many coaches fall into and have a future filled with chasing leads, fighting to get clients. But I'm going to do my best to not let that happen to you anymore. However, in order to do that, you need to understand that the real reason why you're struggling to get consistent $30,000 per month, and it's not that you need to do more content or DM more people or work harder, unless you're just literally doing zero right now. You could post content, you could run ads, and you could DM people until your fingers turn blue. But if you don't understand and apply what I'm about to share with you, you'll never get a predictable flow of new clients buying your program. At least not from my experience. And here's why. You're saying the wrong words, which makes your message unclear. You see, most coaches think the real reason why they can't seem to get calls on their calendar consistently is they need a better lead gen strategy, or as I mentioned above, they need to do more volume. And let's be honest, you've already proven that doing more volume doesn't work, or more strategies and tactics isn't working. The truth is, the real problem is that your messaging doesn't match what your market wants to hear, so it's not converting them. It's kind of like going to China and you're trying to order food and you speak English. It will not work because they don't understand English. But if you speak Chinese, magically you can order some freaking Chinese food. Like, what's the movie Rush Hour with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, where Chris Tucker's like, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? No, they don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. Your marketing is no different. You have to say the right words and then plug those words into the right content. Once I understood this, I went from struggling to keep calls booked on my calendar and always feeling stressed out to having people reaching out to me almost daily asking to get on a call, which made enrolling clients feel so much more of an attraction process versus fighting an uphill battle. And I finally understood how to get it to all to come to me, which and why nothing I was doing was working. And it ultimately led me to discovering this organic growth system. Because look, knowing how to get really good at persuasively communicating your message is awesome. But knowing is only half the battle. The other half is actually doing the correct steps to get more calls booked on your calendar and cash coming in your business. Because the truth is, if you don't have a proven system that gets clients consistently, you'll never be a true online fitness business owner. More of an overworked, underpaid content creator, and that's sad because you're likely a great coach. So that's why I developed the Organic Growth Accelerator for online fitness coaches. It is a 16-week coaching program that helps online fitness coaches hit consistent $30,000 per month without paid ads, bothering hundreds of people each day, or posting tons of content. And this works by refining your message so that it influences your dream clients to want to buy your program, even before they meet you. Then plugging that content into a strategic content cadence that generates predictable inbound leads, and then installing a simple content to conversion system so you can consistently hit or book calls and enroll new clients. And as a result, instead of having to chase leads and post and pray that your content works and struggling with inconsistent revenue, all you'll get are more inbound leads, more calls booked, more clients, and with this Organic Growth Accelerator, you'll get step-by-step instructions and guidance on exactly how to install the system into your fitness business so you can generate more better quality leads, more clients, and more revenue. And this is the exact same foundational process that me and my clients currently use today to build sustainable six-figure businesses, and in some cases, seven figures. And it's designed to help you go from struggling online coach to sought after online fitness coach in your niche. And in just 16 weeks. And so the first step here is very important. It's called Magic Messaging Makeover. The first thing that we're going to do is a complete overhaul on your messaging so that you say the right words to the right people in the right order. So that when you post content, or heck, even run ads or host challenges or whatever, it actually converts. We do this by completely blowing up your existing messaging, pulling it apart, throwing away the words that don't work, keeping the words that do work, and then adding the right words that hit the right psychological triggers your audience needs to buy. And then rebuilding it from the ground up, reassembling all of the words in the right order so you say the right words to the right people. And when you do that, your audience will freaking buy. It's the same framework that I've personally used to get thousands of people interested in my programs, and it's also the same framework that all my clients use as well. And it includes a combo of workbooks and one-to-one coaching designed to help you fix your messaging so that when you post content, people go, that's for me. And when you apply steps 2 and 3, that's when you'll get way more inbound DMs and sales. So once that's done, you'll be one step closer to hitting $30,000 per month. That way, you don't have to guess about what to say anymore. You'll know exactly what to say in your content to get the right people engaging with you like crazy. And if you don't say the right words, you'll constantly say the wrong words, like everybody else does, and you'll look like everybody else, and you'll become a commodity that attracts tire kickers as your leads. The good news is, though, refining your messaging is not that challenging. It follows a certain framework that we're going to go over in step 1. So, if you want to say the right words to the right people so that they say, like, I'm interested in your program, or they're asking you more questions, or they're reaching out to you, then you need to put those words into a very specific type of content framework. And I call that our phase 2, strategic content distribution system. Quite simply, the next thing we're going to do is take those words and we're going to post them in a strategic content cadence, which it's a mix of short form, medium form, and long form content. And when you use this content framework to say the right words in the right way, in the right content, in front of the right people will instantly engage with your content. It's not magic, it's called psychology. Because getting engagement is one thing, but getting the right engagement is to where your audience is DMing you is vital if you want to be able to hit $30,000 per month and even beyond. And we do this by posting your content in a way that repels tire kickers and gets your dream clients to engage with you. This is the same content strategy that I personally use, and I've used to get thousands of people DMing me in my DMs. And once that's done, you'll have way more people inquiring about your program so that you could finally stop having to chase leads and posting a crap ton of content. And once that's done, you'll be one step closer to hitting record months in your fitness business. And this is the key if you want to stop stressing over getting clients and money. And let me tell you, from experience, if you don't post your content strategically to entice your ideal clients, you'll always struggle with getting quality leads in today's market. It's very crowded out there today. But generating inbound leads isn't enough. If you want to hit $30,000 per month consistently, the final piece of the puzzle is converting that engagement and those inbound leads into motivated paying clients. So the final step here, I call cash conversion. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to convert the engagement into paying clients, all without having to chase people down or even feel like a sleazy, pushy salesman. Because when you do phase 1 and 2 correctly, you'll have your messaging in your content doing the heavy lifting for you, which makes converting clients so much easier. And again, this is not magic, it's literally psychology. But we give it to you very simply so you don't have to think about that. Because as you know, actually converting the engagement is what's required if you want to hit $30,000 a month. And I'm going to show you 3 ways to monetize: a short-term way, medium-term way, and a long-term way. Short-term is going to be a DM scripts, things like that. Medium-term, we're going to have you do strategic content to nurture your leads. And because the average person needs to watch around 7 hours of content before they're ready to make a purchasing decision. And then we're going to also show you long-term how to build content assets in there to, again, help nurture your leads long-term so you always have people ready to buy. This is the exact same process that I personally have used to book over 2,000 calls, sign hundreds of clients, and in the last few years, help lots of people do the same. And it's also the exact same method that a lot of our clients, when you see them on social media posting about record months, This is the foundational process that they're using. Because once that's done, you'll wake up every morning and you'll see sales calls on your calendar. And you'll feel freaking confident that you always have a steady stream of clients coming into your program, which will finally allow you to hit those consistent 30K per month. Maybe even beyond that. And remember, that's all without having to bother people in the DMs, waste money on ads, or post an insane amount of content. And you won't have to feel stressed out or burned out anymore. And in case you need help along the way, I'm giving you a 100% customized roadmap so you know exactly what to do next, personalized to you and your business. And this includes a one-to-one coaching calls so that you know exactly what to do every step of the way, 2 weekly group calls so you can get your questions answered, learn and network with other people that are on the same journey as you, other coaches. And you get on-demand audits where I will personally rewrite, audit, and edit anything you need so that way you can get back to what matters quickly. And as a bonus, I'm going to give you my 7-figure content swipe file that's loaded with exact posts, fill-in-the-blank templates, headlines, call to actions, and more so you can get people DMing you even faster. So to recap, you now know the number one truth about how to get more people DMing you, calls booked, and how to close more clients consistently. You now know the real reason why most coaches struggle to get the 30K per month mark, and why no matter how much you post, DMing you do as you run, you'll never get there if you don't apply the messaging principle. And the exact process that me and my clients use to consistently hit 20 to 50K per month, in some cases beyond that, without using paid ads, chasing leads, and posting tons of content. And you've gotten this far, which tells me one of two things about you. You're either one, seriously ready to do whatever it takes to finally start getting more clients and to finally get to consistent 30K per month, or you literally have nothing better to do. My guess is you're probably serious. So let me ask you, if you can get the right people in your DMs and fill your calendar with sales calls consistently, do you think you could get to at least 20 to 30K per month? Of course you could. And how good would that feel? Like, take a moment to actually feel that. And look, I get it. If all of this sounds good, but you're probably wondering if this will actually work for you, the good news is, regardless of where you are, I'm confident that we can help you build a sustainable 6-figure online fitness business. And the reason is, nothing I've shared with you in this video is theory. This is exactly what I've done to generate thousands of leads, enroll hundreds of clients, and run a 6-figure business myself, multiple of them, multiple 6-figure businesses for years. And this is exactly what I did to go from struggling coach to in-demand coach. And this is the exact process that I've used to help now 174 at the time of recording this. Other coaches do the same. And if you're watching this, you know you can get to consistent 20 to 30K per month. But you just can't seem to get the engagement from the right people in a way that actually avoids having tire kickers and converting the right people. And you're frustrated with posting tons of content, burning out in the DMs, running ads, and you just want a predictable flow of clients coming in already. You really want to be the respected coach in your respected authority in your niche and show people around you what's possible. And you're sick of seeing other people flexing on social media with striped screenshots and seeing people less talented than you make more money than you, if we're being honest. And you just want to sign more clients consistently because you know you're talented, you know you're good at what you do, you know you have a program that can change lives. And if you had all of that right now, today, how much better would your life be? Take a second to imagine what you would be able to do. Posting content that gets you clients. Actually spending time coaching your clients. Spending more time with your family. Whatever it is for you. See, most online fitness coaches only dream of getting to 30K per month. And only dream of becoming a sought-after coach in their niche. But very few actually achieve it. So now the question is, what is the ability to generate new clients on demand worth to you? What is the feeling of being a successful fitness coach worth to you? What is never having to worry about money again worth to you? If you've got this far, you're obviously serious about building your dream online fitness business and becoming that go-to expert in your space. And you're obviously ready to make a change today, otherwise, why would you be watching this video today? So the obvious question is, how can you apply the organic growth system to your coaching business and unlock a steady stream of leads today? Well, you basically have two options. Option one, you could take what you've learned today and try to implement it all yourself with nobody to give you a proven roadmap, review your messaging, auditing your content, making sure that you're posting things the right way, leaving you to figure all the details out yourself through trial and error. And hopefully, eventually, maybe you get to 30K per month. Or you can book a call and get the proven system that gets you more people DMing you so you could book more calls and close more clients consistently. Now, our company does enrollment a little bit differently. What we do first is what we call a brand audit. This is where we help you not just identify your number one constraint inside your messaging, your content, or your sales process. We also help you identify the future constraints that will occur once you solve this number one constraint. So by the end, you'll leave with a clear 3 to 5 step plan of not only how to fix your messaging and your content to be able to scale to 20 to 30K per month, but to scale past 30K per month if you want to do that. Regardless of if you choose to work with us or not, it doesn't matter. We're still going to give you the plan. Does that sound good? If so, then go ahead and book a call below. The worst case is you leave with a clear game plan on what I'd do if I was in your shoes, which, in my opinion, is very valuable in and what with itself. Best case, we find a mutual fit for the Organic Growth Accelerator. We help you install the system in your business, and we help you get to 30K per month. Either way, there's no risk to booking the call. The only risk you do have is you do nothing, which sadly, most people watching this video will do nothing with the information. Most online fitness coaches never succeed at this. And if you want to get the results that most coaches have, do what most coaches do. Do nothing. That is why 94% of coaches go out of business within 3 years. But if you want to be one of the rare few to know what it feels like to build their dream online business, to feel in full control over their income and their impact, then I'd like to invite you to draw a line in the sand. Go all in. Today could be the day the struggle for you stops. Today could be the day that you become an in-demand coach. Or if you want to keep beating your head against the wall, trying to get your content, your ads, your DMs, VA agencies, or whatever to work, if you don't want ideal clients to notice you, if you don't want people DMing you, if you don't want more book calls and new clients, if you don't want to become the sought-after coach in your niche, if you like having to chase leads, struggle to book calls, sales calls, and feel stressed out about getting new clients, then ignore this video. Close the page and go do whatever you feel is a better use of your time. But now is your time to decide. This opportunity won't be around forever. So ask yourself right now, do you want to be one of the many who struggle, which you know is true, or do you want to be one of the few who win? If you want to be one of the few that win, apply for your brand audit below. But the choice is yours. I can show you the door. You're the one who has to walk through it. Either way, thank you so much for watching this video, and I wish you all the best. Remember, your message matters now more than ever has before. Don't be afraid to speak it. Be seen, be heard, and be impactful.